Welcome to the Street Shaman Podcast. I am your host, Potent the Rockstar, aka Shamanic Poe, and today I'm here with upcoming rapper, independent rapper, right? Grassroots rapper,
Yeah.
Prof-X. What's up, man? How you feeling?
How's it going? I'm doing great, bro. Glad to be on the show today. I appreciate you for reaching out to me a little bit ago, and thank you, man. We can get kick this off here, and appreciate the opportunity.
No doubt, man. No doubt, man. So we met while I was on tour. I did a show in Michigan, Lansing, right? That's
Yeah,
where you from?
yeah,
Your hometown? That's your
yeah,
hometown?
yeah, yeah.
Okay, so
Originally,
yeah, we
that's
did
where
the
I'm
show.
from.
All right, so we did the show at Max Bar, and that's where we met and shit. You opened up and you killed this shit. I was like, yo, what's up? This
That,
guy got some. He got some
hey,
heat. Like, what's up with him? And then you told me how you came all the way from Oregon
yeah,
to fucking
yeah,
Michigan just to do the show, which was crazy.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, bro. I really did.
so what was that like for you to like even? What made you even go? Fuck it, I'm going all the way to Michigan from Oregon to do a show. And what was that like for you? What was that whole process?
Honestly, man, I wanted to be there. They were all like, "Hey, man, we're gonna have this show. It'd be great to have you there." I honestly, to be honest, it would be like my actual first full show, in my opinion, that I actually got to do. And I figured it's back in the mitten. Why not go back, see some friends and family, and have a good time with the homies and see what we can do? So I made it work, saved up some money, got over there, and it was worth it, man. I enjoyed it. It was awesome meeting you, obviously too. Seeing you guys do what you do was really good as well. So
Yeah, it was a fun show, man. I like that the
yeah,
one dude pulled out the 360 camera and he got a bunch of
yeah,
us in the 360 pictures and videos and
yeah.
shit.
Shadow Wolf.
Bullshit. Right. And it was for that moment, it was crazy because like I haven't been to a spot outside of that one where weed was legal and people were like breaking up and rolling up
Right.
right at the bar, like which makes
They
sense.
didn't.
Like in reality, it makes sense. Like we're drinking beers here, we're already getting twisted, we taking shots.
Exactly.
Like somebody just rolling
Everybody.
up the weed. I was stunned. I
Yeah.
was looking at that shit. I was like, yo, he's
Whoa.
rolling up weed right there.
It's normal, man. It's normal over there. For real. It really is. More
Right, right.
lax.
So what's going on with you now? I seen you playing guitar and shit. Like, is that something that you've always did, or is that something brand new?
I've always actually played guitar since I want to say I was like 15. I played for a long time. I used to have a band and stuff too. Not many people know that. So that's where a lot of my roots of my music comes from. Honestly, that's why it's kind of out there, and some of it it's just different. I got different styles.
Right, right,
So
right,
yeah, it came from
right.
that.
So what kind of band were you in before that though?
It was like rock, heavy metal. I did even some metalcore, post hardcore stuff too. So a little mix of everything, a little pop punk as well, I believe too, with my homie Kyle, something like that. So we did some different things, man.
Okay, okay, no doubt. So what got you into doing hip hop though?
Honestly, I've always loved hip hop growing up as a kid. It was just something I was drawn to. It didn't matter, the rock and all that stuff too. It's very oriented. But I decided one day I was actually just hanging out with my friends and there was like, you should give it a shot, man. You can sing, like you might be able to, see what you can do. And I remember his homie T, he was like, oh, let's record this track. Let's get it down. We'll see what happens with it. And from there, we took that. It came out pretty decent. I was obviously nervous, man, because I haven't like actually recorded my voice like that before, so it was different. But after that, it sparked something in me, and I knew like I've always been a writer, so I was like, well, let's give this a shot. It's something that I can do. I've always enjoyed it, so let's see where we can take it. And I feel that I feel like I started back in about 2018. So
Right,
it's been about a few years. I've been trying to get into this world and get out there. So
right. And I like how you've been doing every type of like fucking hip hop. You've been doing every
yeah,
genre. You did some dark
yeah,
shit. You do some
yeah,
acoustic rap shit. I like that. Like, I remember the time when I was first starting to like make music that I was just experimenting crazy. Like I just did everything under the sun. I can't bring myself to do that anymore because I've been doing music for
Right.
so fucking long. Then now it's like, what's the motive? I get all in my fucking head about it. So
Right. I hear you.
but I appreciate that you could still do that and you're still flexible in that nature and you can,
Right.
you could put the stuff out there. So what you doing next? What's the next thing coming?
The next thing coming right now, I actually have a side project, but I'll get into that in a minute. But right now, I got some stuff coming for my Prof-X stuff with Unorthodox. I got a couple features coming out with them pretty soon. They actually just got mixed and mastered. I actually just sent off a few songs, or about to send some more off as well to get
Right.
mastered and set out. So I'm gonna have a little tape here in the next week or so. I will. So I'm just getting that all finalized and cleaned up so I can drop something for you guys. It's been a
Okay.
little
So
bit.
it's been a while. It's been a while. So where you how are you planning to release it? Are you planning to release it because and the reason I'm asking you this is because like right
Oh yeah,
now, everybody, well not everybody, but a lot of the platforms are making certain decisions that are
yeah,
gonna push artists in different directions. So now you have like
right.
the streaming stuff, but the
Yep.
streaming, like if you go with Spotify, like I wrote this down, I got some notes here for everybody. If you go
Okay.
with Spotify, what they're introducing next is like clips. It's called clips, Spotify clips,
Yeah.
which is kind of like a story or anything like that. So
Right.
and you'll be able to push music out um basically like more of a social media style format through Spotify. So advertisement through Spotify, the stories through Spotify, like they're gonna implement videos, so it's gonna be videos full throttle. So that's one option. And then you got SoundCloud that if you just go exclusive on SoundCloud and you got some people fucking with you on there, then you
Boom.
have if you say everybody that fucks with me, I'm only putting my shit on Spotify, they'll go there and you'll end up making possibly more revenue than you would spreading it out across
True.
all the platforms because Spotify is
Right.
doing a weird split thing now. Have you heard of that
It,
SoundCloud Spotify
I've heard.
SoundCloud split now?
Yeah, I heard about the SoundCloud thing. I definitely was thinking about hopping on that, but to me, I think right now Spotify just kind of runs the world with streaming, just how it's obtainable to everyone. But I feel SoundCloud, in my opinion, yeah, it's still there, but it's not as the same as it once was.
Right.
So it's a lot harder in a way. You can keep going on there, and you got your fans, of course. You got to keep them entertained. But Spotify, you got your Apple Music. You even have Amazon Music now, which is actually becoming pretty big too. Um,
Right. Excuse me.
so, but besides the fact, Spotify though, I think right now is the best one to go with. With that, with having the clips, that's going to open up more for you to
Right.
just show your stuff there. You don't have to keep putting it on multiple things at once if you know you're creating a lot there. So
Right.
with
Right.
less stress.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And although like Spotify isn't giving you a lot of money, like
Yeah,
the new strategy that SoundCloud's going with is that
yeah.
they're gonna give you more money if people are
Okay.
listening to just you. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like say if
Right.
they're just listening to you and unorthodox records and everything, like I
Right.
only go to SoundCloud to listen to them. So if I'm paying whatever the
Right.
subscription base is, it's gonna go straight to Prof-X. So there's
Nice.
that option. Then there's the other option where, Spotify has adverbs that they're gonna be putting out. So like when somebody's listening to an album, say they're listening to that Drake, whatever.
Yeah.
They finished the Drake, and now Prof X comes right after that. Like you got a smash, you're gonna put it right after there, right after the album or the playlist. But the problem with that is that they're gonna cut your streaming profit in half.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
that's how you pay for the ad. You get what I'm saying?
Gotcha. Yeah, that
Um,
makes sense.
so it's like it's good for exposure, but do you
Hmm.
think it'd be good as far as for independent artists to make like a buck, to make a good profit doing it that way?
Honestly, I feel the way the world is going, that would be smart. I wouldn't say there's anything wrong with that. You're gonna probably make more than you would on some other ones. So, and you still have some other things in your back pocket. So it's not like you're completely losing out. You could, you never know how much you can revenue off of that. But as you said, putting it after that song, yeah, I'd be taking it in half, but you're still making something out of it. So
Right.
that could be a big tool. Yeah, I didn't even hear about all that yet, so that's cool. I like that idea. I think that would be very beneficial for how artists are trying to get out there. So
Yeah, I mean it's new. It's just
yeah,
Spotify introduced their plan a couple weeks ago, and then
yeah,
SoundCloud introduced their plan like last week. They
yeah.
just so they're just trying to compete. You know what I mean? It's like David
See
versus
who's gonna
Goliath.
be in. Yeah, I can get that.
But at the same time, like I'm interested in the exclusive model as far as like say you come to my Patreon and you give me $5 a month, and for
Yeah,
$5 a month, I'll give you 2 songs a month. And if you're my
right.
fan, now for instance, like for example, that's not gonna fucking really make you big. You're not gonna
No,
get like you're not gonna be a superstar that way, I don't think anyway.
no,
But you can earn a living, and
exactly.
you can have your core
Steady.
fan base and you could earn a living steady, right? As long as you just keep
Exactly.
putting in the work and people already appreciate what you do, you'll just grow and you'll. So I'm interested in that. I don't know where I'm gonna take my shit because I don't
It's
know.
hard to
Like
say.
streaming is not worth it for me. You need to get
Yeah,
on a bunch of playlists. A lot of the playlists cost money to get on there.
true.
So then it's like, what am I doing? The cost of the playlist is basically the money that I'll make off the playlist if I'm lucky. If I'm lucky,
Right. Yep.
you know? So it's like, but for exposure purposes, if you're trying to get on a big ass fucking tour, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Then you blow up
that's
that song, you get 10 million on that
exactly.
song, and you be lit, you be ready to go. But I don't know, man. As far as independent artists go, like
It's
you gotta throw like 4 or 5 grand in there to actually
you
even hit
do.
those numbers.
You
So what are you
do.
trying to do? What are you trying to do with this new rap project, with the hip hop project?
With my new hip hop project, man, I'm trying to get that obviously more out there. As I've released stuff, I've released little pieces and whatnot, but I definitely need to get more just on, I guess, more platforms. It would help at my point because actually I've only really been using a couple. I have a couple, I think a couple on some Spotify, but not as much as I should.
Right,
And I'm in the position to do that right now. It's just, I've been working and honing on my music, my sound, because, usually I mix and edit myself, all that stuff. So
right,
that's not too easy to do, new, like a lot of things going on, but I make that work. And now I have some people that do want to help me out. So that might help me even push more out a little bit faster than I would. So
right,
it's
right,
just trying to keep a pace, man. And also just I've tried to also, you say how you kind of confined your sound, you found who you are basically, and you don't want to go too out there and
right,
crazy, what with me, yeah, I'm in that position, but also right now I'm in a position too where I kind of need to find exactly at least a 3-part way that blend together just enough to keep it,
right. So
rolling.
I get you exactly what you're saying with that 3-part way. Try to explain it to the people that are gonna be paying attention to this and watching
Okay.
this. What is exactly the 3-part way? What would you?
Like the 3-part way, like say like the 3 different styles that you could go with that you could blend and form to your own. What I would say mine would be realistically considered would be experimental lo-fi hip hop is what I would consider myself because it's out there. So it is experimental. It is a little bit different, but blending those together is what makes you your 3. Everybody's is different, some are metal, punk, hip hop, or
Right.
old school boom bap with, funkadelic, a mix, they put it together. So it depends on that artist, what they find, what they're best at.
Right. And why do you think that's beneficial to have like a 3-part like 3 genres to merge into one to form Voltron? What do you think?
I feel that having those 3 parts make you versatile, but also in a way you're not straining too far away from your sound, your original, who you are. You're not trying to be somebody else. You're trying to be yourself, and you're sticking to that.
Right. Right, right. So why are you having a hard time trying to find what your three part is? Is because you have like so many influences and you got like
Yeah,
it's too fucking like broad.
it's
It's too
yeah, it's
broad.
real
You gotta like
broad,
bring in.
man. It's hard for me to tone down in a way, but I feel that what I have coming out has definitely found that. It's just I have such a definitely a lot of influence, but the things that I know I can do with my voice is also I feel that in the past I've even held back from even showing my true potential.
Right,
So now I'm trying to let that be known. I'm out there and I could do some things that some people can't do. Some people can outdo me in other things, but there's things that I do pretty well. And I
right, right,
feel
right,
I found those niches to where it's time to put it on display, is what I'm trying to say.
right, right, right. Um, shit. I had a question and it slipped my mind already. Fuck, fuck.
It's all good,
Um,
man.
damn. Oh, I want to grab it back. You know what I mean? I
It's
want to take it back
yeah.
and present it to you and be like, "Hey,
Yeah.
this is the question that I
Right.
fuck." All right. So you're trying to find your three part and you feel like why do you think it's so hard? Because you have all the, you have all these different things that are going on. But you're good at you're good at like
Yeah.
lo-fi sounds. You can
Yeah.
pull off the, smooth calm shit.
Exactly.
So is that what the new hip hop project gonna be? Is it gonna be more lo-fi shit?
I say it's going to be more lo-fi, a little chill, but it's still going to have that little bit of dark element that you're used to hearing from me still. It's just not as dark, but it's still going to have the I guess I'd say the concept. The concept is there. My voice is just a little bit different. Just trying different things, and I think that it's what's going to work. It's nothing new that nobody hasn't heard. Like voice wise, it's just more put together, I would say.
Okay, okay. No doubt, no doubt. So when are you planning to release that?
I'm actually gonna drop a single here in about a week. I have it, like I said, I'm just getting it finished up, polished.
Okay. All right, cool. And you said you talked about a side project, right? So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
what's the side project about?
So I got a side project I'm doing. It's just an alternative band type deal. And it's called Introvision. It's something I came up with one day when I was like, I make all this different types of music. I have these influences. I have to make a side project for these things. And that's how you differentiate the two people. And that's where I go back. I'll revert it back to why I said those three things are my thing, but I have to make another project for that, because I have bands differently. So that's coming. I actually have the first single for that's already done. I could actually send people the link for the new Instagram and everything. It's just it'll be out here soon. So it's different. It's kind of got that funky vibe
Okay.
to it, but it's like a Strokes vibe. I know you know who the Strokes are, so
Okay.
yeah, yeah,
Okay. So you're doing it like more of like an alternative indie
yeah,
type sound.
yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
I fucks with that. That's what, that's type of shit that I usually listen to. Like I don't listen to as much hip hop as one person would think. I usually listen to like rock, alternative shit, or
Exactly.
I even get into like some mellow singer-songwriter shit. Like I listen to Jason Mraz, I listen to fucking Jack Johnson. You ever listen to Jack Johnson? You know who Jack Johnson
Yeah,
is?
yeah, I know who Jack Johnson is,
You kind of
man.
look like Jack Johnson. You look like you could be Jack Johnson's cousin.
Thanks, brother. Jack Johnson, man.
No doubt, man. So do you have any like, because tours are happening again. Like
Yeah,
tours are,
yeah.
I've, I thought most places are closed down because the way the media is portraying things and everybody's in an outrage, everybody's upset. But at the end of the day, there's tours that are happening. Obviously there's those tours where people are just going straight to Texas and doing like 6, 7 shows in Texas.
Yeah, I saw
Right?
that.
I'm seeing some shit like that, right? But then
Yeah.
today I saw a tour from R.A. the Rugged Man, whatever, which like
Yeah.
he's a solidified underground independent artist.
Okay.
Um, and he's doing like 25 dates starting in May.
Oh wow.
So
That's amazing.
that kind of gave me some hope, because like for a while I'm like, yo man, these venues, they're gonna go to shit. Like we're not gonna be able to fucking perform anywhere because the only venues are gonna be like super big. They're not gonna want us in there.
No, not too big, unfortunately, but I did see that. I don't know how we're gonna get through that. I mean, maybe obviously they're making it work so these places don't mind.
Right.
So hopefully the rest of the world could open up and we can get some shows going, at least
Right.
in other states or our states, I would say. I mean, actually, I even see places they still do events like comedy shows, but I don't understand why they don't want to do music, believe it or not. Where I'm at right now, I see that and I'm like, you don't do music, but you have people coming for a comic show. It's sold
So
out. Doesn't make any
you're
sense.
sold out. Well, sold out. Who
Yeah,
knows if
sold
it's
out.
you're you're in Oregon. You're in Oregon. So what's going on in Oregon with this whole Roni thing going on? Like what is actually happening?
Well, right now, man, I actually moved to Washington, but I'm in between both. But I could tell you both
Mm.
about Oregon because I just recently moved. So,
So tell me about both.
um, yeah. So right now, I mean, Oregon's just kind of on a downfall, man. Just a lot of things between both of them. Honestly, they're about the same. A lot of businesses going down. I would say just people's health in general. It's sad. It's just, it's nothing's the same. Things are just breaking down to the point I don't know if they'll be able to recover some of the things that are going on these days. So if they don't open things up like that, they just start opening up restaurants and you can go shopping. You've been able to do that stuff, but now you can actually sit in a restaurant now,
Right.
just now after a while, which is
So
good,
so there was
but
no sitting. Hold on. So there was
no,
no sitting in the fucking restaurants for how
no.
long? Like the whole year?
Bro, like a whole year, man. Like a whole year. You literally could not. I'm
Dog,
serious.
that's
You
torture.
literally have to order food and go home. That's all you could do, or have it delivered. Crazy. I'm
Straight
telling you.
up, man. Straight up. That's fucked up. Yeah, and it's with some of those independent artists, I feel
Yeah.
like when they're doing the shows are in certain venues that obviously you have to have like 50% occupancy or whatever. But
Hmm.
these independent shows, like the show that we did, like we did a DIY tour, the show that you was at,
Yeah.
it was probably 50% occupancy, maybe less. So
Yeah.
for independent artists, now that I'm like using my noodle, we could probably still do the performances at those venues because
Exactly.
we know it's not gonna be fucking packed.
Crazy.
Like it's not gonna be 500 people in there. So
No.
we should be okay. And because of that, like I'm starting to think about tour for September, like August, September, start getting this shit
Definitely.
start getting this shit rolling. Cause man, like that's one of those things that the lockdown, that's the only thing where the lockdown really hurt me. Is like touring
Did
and even
shows.
the idea of doing tours and shows and shit like that. Like when people come around the area, then I can open up or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
That shit gave me a little bit of, you know what I mean? It gave me a little bit of inspiration, a little bit of movement. And
Exactly.
without it, like without even thinking like, okay, I can perform this, I can record this song. And then when I record this song, I'm gonna record this song in with the idea of like when I perform this song, you know? Like, oh, I can't wait to perform that song. And without that little giddiness, it's hard to even
E-
like for me, it's hard for me to be like,
Exactly.
what am I doing this song for? For like a
You
thousand people to hear
just,
it, and
it's
you
not
know
the
what I
same
mean?
effect.
Not the same
Definitely
effect. It's
not.
not. It's not. So I'm happy that the tours are coming back.
Exactly.
And I want to see what you're doing with the lo-fi
Hey,
shit.
I got you. I could send you some stuff, man. I
Oh,
got you.
oh yeah, I want to see what you're doing, man.
I
I'll
got you.
probably, I could probably send you. I could probably, I don't know if you making your own beats over there or what you doing?
I do make some of my own and I do buy some. Just depends what I find. I still need to go through some of yours though too, because you said you got some out there and I'd be
Yeah,
interested. So
yeah. I mean, I put 10 up on BeatStars like about a couple weeks ago, and I'm about to. I actually made like seven. I felt real lazy, felt real crazy. I was
yeah,
getting anxiety, right? Like
yeah,
this past week. And I'm like, man, I'm feeling real crazy. Like, so I just went and made a beat. Now I started to do beats like 2 years ago. Now a year ago, basically. A year ago
right,
when I started to actually make a beat again, because I used to make beats when I was a kid. So I'm starting to make beats again.
exactly.
So making a beat again, it take me forever to start to actually get it together and do things,
True.
right? So it'll be like a whole day to make a beat. Now I can make the beat in like an hour. And when I
Yeah, I've
finish,
half the time.
and when I finish the beat in an hour and I get the shit done, now I feel lazy. Now I'm like, what else?
Right.
So
Like what else could do?
so now I'm like on overdrive when I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get anxiety, so might as well go ahead and make a beat or do something. I made fucking 7 beats in the last 3 days.
Hey man.
Fire joints, fire,
Hey, I believe it. I
fire joints.
believe
I'm not
it.
gonna hold you. I'm not
He's
holding
like
like seriously,
he's like
fire
they're
joints.
sick nasty with it. All
Sick.
right.
I'm like, cause like for me, when I used to go in, like this is why I'm pretty good and I got a leg up on making
Yeah,
music. I've been making music all my life. So when I used to go to the studio for
exactly.
people that made beats, I would go in there and be like, nah, do that, move that around, do that. So the
Hmm.
producer would get all the credit because I just love to give the producer credit and be like,
Right.
everybody got their love. But really, I was arranging the fucking song, So now making beats is like it's just it's just like natural, like, oh no, it goes like this is the build up, this is where it goes in, boom, now you know what I mean, now it's smacking you know but
Exactly. I feel it.
you make your own beats, so you know
Yeah,
exactly
yeah.
what it's like to
Oh
start
yeah. You start it up, it takes a minute, but once you get it rolling though, it don't take too long. Once you start having them roll through, man, it's crazy.
right. So um I don't know, I think I might have asked you every fucking question outside of that
Hmm.
question that I forgot.
Oh
outside of that
yeah.
question that I forgot but do you see yourself touring in the next year? Because like
Honestly,
if you can
yeah.
tour,
If I could go, I'm
I
going.
will get you on some tour shit because I'm
Hey,
gonna do something.
man, I'm down with it. Like, if we can make it happen, let me know. I will. I've been waiting for it, so I would be excited. I haven't played a show in a while, so I'd appreciate it. We have a good time. We can do what we got to do, man. So we'll see
Right,
what happens. Hopefully,
right,
I think it'll be all open here soon. So, this summer could be the end of the summer, I would say, could be the time. So,
right. I mean, I feel like the end of the summer, but the only thing I'm worried about is that by the end of the summer,
yeah.
the unemployment's gonna start cutting off, and
Yep.
if the jobs ain't back in, back and running,
Yeah,
people are
that's
gonna be
true.
a little short pocket.
True, true.
But we got to make something happen. We got to make something happen, man. Because I
We
know you
will.
all the way over there on the other side, like at the end of the
Yeah.
fucking states. But
It ain't that bad, but yeah, we could still make something happen, you
yeah,
know.
you're gonna have to come to the Midwest.
And
Try to make
that's
something happen.
fine.
I don't think
That's
there's gonna be shows anytime soon over there in the West Coast. Y'all wilding over
nah.
there.
Hey,
Y'all too y'all too
I
strict. Y'all
know
way
they
too strict.
they are too.
We ain't doing that. We gotta have fun. We gotta enjoy our life. This is the only one we got, at least as
It's
far as we
true.
know. You know what I mean?
For
Thanks,
sure.
Prof-X. Thank you for coming
Hey
through, man. I
man, thank
appreciate
you
you.
for
Appreciate
real. I
you.
appreciate you for having me today, man.
No doubt,
Appreciate
man.
it.
And thanks to everybody that's in the chat. Thank you for your time and
Yes.
attention.
Thank you
I
all.
appreciate
Appreciate
y'all. Prof-X,
Thank you guys.
appreciate y'all.
Yes.
Um,
Appreciate you.
Obviously everybody came from Instagram and shit because that's where I hold
Right.
everybody. Everybody's there and shit. So find Prof-X on my Instagram. It's the last post that I put up. Make sure y'all follow him. Make sure y'all check out his music. Check out his guitar skills and shit. I saw that one where you were playing and there was a baby in the back. That's your baby?
Yeah, that's my
And
baby girl, man.
she
She
was like
loves
crying.
it.
She was
Yeah.
like, man, where? She was like, she was not feeling it. She was upset. And then you started
Yeah.
playing, and you kept going playing, and then she started going.
Yeah, she did too. She loves me playing guitar, man. She's gonna be a little artist. I could already tell. She always runs to the closet. She'll grab my guitars. She's only 14 months old, so she's smart. She's very smart. She'll touch the strings. She'll pluck a couple notes. I mean, hey, you never know with this one. So it's awesome to see, man. And nice to meet you too, Magical Clee. Clee? Yeah, Clee.
I'm
Nice to
thinking it's
meet you.
Clay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put up some of the comments here real quick. I appreciate
For
y'all.
sure.
Y'all the best. Y'all the
Yes.
best.
Thank you
Y'all
for
the
stopping
best.
by, guys. For real.
Like
Taking your time out of your day to hang out for, you know, you guys
y'all
did
the
that.
best.
So thank you.
Y'all the best. I appreciate y'all. All right, yo, y'all take it easy. Y'all hit me up on IG. I know what it is. It's the Prof X. It's Shamanic Pro,
Yes.
and it's
Yes,
the Street
sir.
Shaman Podcast, and we out of